Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Scalped, issue number 1. This is a digital comic that I'm reading. Get it for only like 99 cents on Comixology. Anyway, came across this comic book. Somebody gave me a recommendation for it. I figured, you know what? Let me go give it a shot. All right, there's 60 issues of this. Will I read all 60 issues? Well, that depends on issue 2, but I did read issue 1, and I am interested in reading issue 2. So there's that. The first issue is called Indian Country. It's actually part 1 of 3. The writer is Jason Aaron, R.M. Guerrera on art, Lee Lowridge on colors, Phil Balsam on letters, and Jacques does the cover, baby. Aaron and Guerrera do the original cover. So this is not a bad comic book in the least. I actually kind of enjoyed this. This is a Vertigo comic book, so yeah, DC actually went for this. Anyway, this is basically a tale of the Prairie Rose Indian Reservation, where there's this mafioso type boss walking around, and he's basically in charge of this reservation, and it seems that as though this reservation covers parts of 3 different counties. Okay, good to know. Reservations, of course, are not supposed to be subject to the rules of the United States. However, Secret Service are always in and out all the time, and it is what it is. It can get lawless out there. And sometimes there are some Native American reservations where they will deal in illicit substances, illicit items, things like that. So, I kind of sort of get it, but at the same time, you know that they're actually kept that way. So this issue is going to start out with Dashiell Badhorse. He is a dude who was a runaway from the reservation when he was younger. He used to get in a lot of trouble, and who knows how much trouble he's gotten into since. It's been 15 years since he's been back, but he is in fact back now. And he may not be the biggest SOB in the world, but he is considered to be the fastest, and he takes on like 15, just in a drunken bar fight, he takes on 15 dudes with a pair of nunchaku. And they finally wind up overcoming him. He's still talking crap as he's brought in, and the big boss is talking about scalping this dude. Now, that is not where the name of this comic book comes from. In fact, I'm still not entirely sure where the name is coming from. Just, I guess, the idea that, Native Americans used to scalp the white man, the Wasi'chu, back in the day, I guess. It's a weird comic book to read. Being part Native American and seeing things in here about full bloods, this is a conversation it's going to piss off a lot of people. The trick is, it's meant to do that. Jason Aaron goes out of the way to make sure there is no way that anybody is liking this mafioso boss. And yes, I am calling him a mafioso-like boss because he's necessary to the survival of the reservation, while at the same time, he's bleeding the reservation dry with his casinos, with his drugs, with his illicit gun trades, and with his mob of enforcers that are willing to do whatever they want, disguising themselves as official police. Technically, they are the official police because they're allowed to do whatever, for the most part, they want on the res. So this is not a fun, this is wild and crazy. It only gets crazier by the time you get to the secret at the end. If you're not interested in the secret, don't continue. But here we go. Dashiell Badhorse, who is solicited to actually join this police force, he's actually a double agent because he's also working for the Secret Service. Oh, come on. There is no way this turns out good in the end. There's just none. I wouldn't even be too terribly surprised if Dashiell was killed like 2/3 of the way into this story and then went on with somebody else. Like, this guy is just, it feels like they're going to go out of their way to make sure that we can't sympathize with this guy too much at all. He's just not a good person, and he's in a terrible place. And in order for him to be redeemed, it's one of those stories where he's probably also going to have to die. Could this be an Anakin Skywalker type story? Not entirely sure, but this is a pretty cool story, at least with the first issue. Now, I'm not going crazy to read the next issues, but I will say this is a very different comic book than what I'm used to reading. There's no superheroes in here, no problem. I've seen that before. This is more of a high crime type story. That's cool. I've seen those before. But dealing with the kind of subject matter that they're dealing with, not seeming to be too afraid to get their hands dirty and make a lot of people pissed off, that I'm not entirely used to seeing. So this is a pretty good one. I'm rather enjoying this. Anyway, I will have to also give out a special shout out to Breck Warren. Hey, happy birthday, June 2nd, brah. Your wife contacted me over Facebook messages and suggested that this is one of your favorite books. Gave it to her when you guys were newlyweds, and she liked it. You, of course, liked it. And hey, it is what it is. So happy birthday. Give her a kiss. And enjoy whatever other form of celebration you're enjoying. And that's it. I'm out. Guys, enjoy the comic book. Breck, enjoy your birthday. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.